one for you really quickly. Let's talk about it. Look, like I was saying earlier, man, when I went live, a lot of women make a lot of assumptions, okay? And in these assumptions, they assume I likes them. And I believe that's the reason why they're in the boat that they're in today, man. They're gonna come all the way down there, huh? I feel like I'm running from a slow-moving ambulance, man. It's gotta be going down somewhere. I hope it gets where it's going. Oh, man. Hey, a lot of these women out here, man, make the assumption that somebody wants them. And a lot of us aren't paying them much attention, which is obvious. You know what I'm saying? You pay any attention to the numbers. So, I don't know, man. I'm in this place, man, where I get asked this question, which I don't know if I'm being gaslit or whatever, because a lot of these women that ask me this question are with someone or lesbian or whatever. But it's like, well, what reason are you going to Thailand? I don't even understand what kind of question that is. What you see in what modern times are, I don't even understand how anyone could ask me that question. Why would I go to Thailand? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't anyone that has the ability go somewhere where they're appreciated? Not assumed all this weird stuff about them. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how low IQ and how few options you have to assume that men like you or want you when you don't have any options as far as someone offering you a ring or anything? You know, you're just assuming that guys like you. And I'm noticing this here lately, man, because you guys know I'm celibate, but a woman doesn't think about that. These modern women think that when you're saying this, you're making it up, or that you're going to come out of celibacy for them. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to understand something. A lot of times, these modern women, they will reverse discard themselves, okay? They'll discard themselves because they don't want to have to deal with rejection in any kind of capacity. Okay. They don't really want to, I like that. They don't want you to reject them in any kind of capacity. So what they'll do is they'll reverse discard themselves, and they'll have some babble to back it up. It'll be some nonsensical stuff that no one ever about. Like, you know, I don't know, I'm not even gonna use an example, but they'll have some nonsensical way to try to excuse themselves from the conversation. Because I'm gonna be real with you, man. When most guys are talking about they're not gonna be dating right now, and a lot of guys are going overseas, a lot of these women, they don't have no answer to that. They're not gonna change. They're not gonna stop being leftovers. They don't know how to, and they're too in their ego. They're too in their ego. And here's my whole thing about it. A lot of them also, modern women, are entrepreneurs and content creators. So in some type of capacity, whether it's, you know, stuff that's for people over 18 or just them babbling online, they're content creators. So they're getting fed all this fake love by dudes that are lusting after them, and they think that they're worth more than they are, but they really don't, because they will always start playing games or try to discard themselves, before a guy even gets a chance, if they think he's the kind of guy that would walk away from them. You know what I'm saying? So they'll try to make it seem like in some type of capacity, the guys that they like don't qualify for them, when no one ever asked them anything. No one ever asked them anything. This is how the modern woman moves. Her ego is fragile, and she lives through her ego. So there's nothing you can say to her. She can't be corrected, and she always has a way to wiggle out from any accountability. So with that being said, man, I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I actually gotta run, I'm gonna go on. Then I'll get back and we'll break this down more inside. You gotta smash the like button because we gotta get to the psychology of this. We really need to get to an understanding of why these leftover females keep putting themselves in our orbit or hoovering around us or making assumptions that we want them when all men are saying that we're walking away. I mean, all of us that are single, these married guys are saying whatever, who cares? Who cares? You know, and these, I'm not even gonna mention all the groups. I'm just saying, men are walking away, we're not paying them no attention. And so since we're walking away, there's always gonna be these weird, women have a weird way of processing information, man. Like they're not used to not being found attractive when they're doing everything that they think they're supposed to do to come off attractive. Like everything, the makeup, the filters, you'll never catch them outside. You'll never catch them without the proper filtering light. You'll never catch them without that, man. They're doing everything that they think they need to do, making sure they have little outfits on and their makeup and all this BS. And they're not understanding why they don't have a man that they want. You don't qualify for one of us, man. You really don't. You don't qualify in any kind of capacity. You're really not. You're not as feminine as you think you are. You're really not. I think that they know that they're not that feminine, man. Anytime you hear a woman talking like she has any type of traumas that cause her to be masculine, even if it's like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have to be masculine. No, you don't. No, you don't. Women have been in a feminine energy and have gotten things that they wanted throughout history all the time. No, you're so egotistical that you need to be in your ego. You have to be in some type of masculine energy. And no matter what you try to portray it as or come across as, the proof is in the pudding. You have no man. I don't give a crap what you say about picky or the guys in your area, or you have no man. You have no man. You have no proof that a man will deal with you and you can deal with a man a long period of time. You have no proof. And you're just out here running your mouth about your dislikes or the kind of men that you don't want. And no one asked you in the first place. And secondly, you have no man. Like what? How are you telling people that, hey, yeah, you know, I don't like this about these men or this kind of man? You don't even have one. Whatever, man. We got to make this point. That's why married women can talk as much as they talk. They have a man. I don't really ever talk about married women. I don't agree with everything they're saying online. Some of them be really criticizing men a little overly, and it don't make any sense. Like, why do you have so much to say about a man and you have a man? That's strange. Does your man know you feel this way about men? But there's just a lot of women out here that have all these critiques for men and all these different things while they don't like men, or I don't like this kind of man, or da-da-da-da-da-da. But you don't have a man. No man is like vouching for you. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping, man. Hey, what's going on, LeBron? What's going on? You know, because these women are real quick to be like, well, if you're broke, you can't talk to me at all. Your voice shouldn't even be heard. You should be stoned. If you're broke, well, as far as men go, we don't care how much money a woman has. It's about her personality. And if she don't have a man or hasn't had a man in a while, or even worse, likes to dibble and dabble with women whenever she can't find a man, I don't know if that's the kind of woman that we want. You know what I'm saying? These walk and talk ads, I call it, are on point. I appreciate it, bro. I got to get back at it. And you ever notice, I'm gonna finish your comment in a second. You ever notice how when you start doing something and then you move on to doing more new stuff, people that were making fun of what you were doing before or acting like they didn't see it, they'll start doing it? I'm really tapped in so I can notice stuff like that. But yeah, you know, I've been busy during the day with my son's appointments and stuff, and I'm starting to notice the walk and talks are trending. I'm like, well, shit, man, I need to get back to doing one of the things that I started. I'm not saying I was the only one that started, but definitely one of the first few, getting it out here in nature. And I want you guys to also understand how the Sigmas brought a lot of this new kind of talking points to the dating sphere, or whatever, dating coach sphere. You know, we're really spiritually inclined, so we brought that energy over with us and these different ways of talking, right? The spiritual talk that, you know, I brought over myself, because I myself was a spiritual channel before, and I was getting into different things like that and figuring things out. And that's part of a Sigma's life, right? An alpha sticks to what he knows, what's popular, what's trending, what people know. But a Sigma digs deeper and wants to know what's going on. How do things work? You know, who's pulling the strings in the background? You know what I'm saying? How are these dimensions working? You know, how can we use the abilities that we used to have now? And you know that different things are still around, like telepathy. You know that if you're tapped in enough, you could think about a friend or something. Next thing you know, you get a text or you'll get a call or something like that. I was talking about an old friend of mine on a live stream. I ain't heard from this woman, God knows, forever. All I do is mention her name, and next thing you know, I got a text message. Now, she could be watching my content, but it really don't matter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on here. Really walking talks. Put in 14,000, 2,000 steps a day. I love what you're doing. If nobody else wants to say it, you got my respect, brother. And that's what I'm talking about. And I tell you what, LeBron, I appreciate you letting me know you're getting in those 14 to 20,000. That's motivating and inspiring in itself, and I appreciate that. It takes a strong individual and a real man, a man of God, humble through God, to be able to let somebody else know what they found inspiration from them in. You know, I appreciate that. That's the kind of energy we work with over here as being Sigmas. And it's not about ignoring anything or acting like people don't inspire you. It's about letting them know and walking in your own light and inspiring them as well. These people way, man, they don't even want to be on camera. I'm not even putting y'all on camera. They be like hiding their face and stuff. I'm not even putting y'all on camera. I swear. Anything's broken. Yep. Low IQ insults. Absolutely, man. I can't stand to see women that try to dismiss you before you ain't even thinking about them, and they're already trying to reverse discard themselves. And where's this coming from? Ain't no one even said nothing about you directly. Ain't no one said nothing about you directly. It's very strange. I don't know if you know about this, LeBron, but there is definitely an attack on single fathers here lately. And so what they're able to do is grab up most of the productive men that are speaking online and put us on this one hat and attack single fathers. Or say crazy things like, oh, I wouldn't date a single father. Nobody asked you to. Nobody asked you to. Where's this stuff coming from? Just like these attacks that I'm seeing where they're saying, oh, single parents should date each other. Who's starting this? Who's talking this way? Who gets to tell me who I date? And why are these people so concerned about single fathers? What is going on? I feel like, again, they're pissed off about what we're saying about single mothers, women with red flags, i.e. tattoos, piercings all in their face, not even classifying themselves as bisexual, just trisexual. Whenever they're bored, they get with their girls and don't even tell nobody nothing. All we're talking about is we don't want no kind of woman like that. And that happens to be the majority of single mothers or women that have those indicators, those red flags I said. And then now they're all of a sudden trying to attack all single fathers? Come on, man. Come on. That works well in the States because most of y'all are single mothers, but overseas, they know single fathers get it done. It's not going to work. Okay, spiritual. Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? You got that spiritual side. So when I first started bringing the spiritual side over to the dating realm, of course I was getting mocked. You know, they're trying to act like I'm some kind of sorcerer or, you know, kikiing. Now you hear all these people. Just pay attention. You listen to them. Divine feminine, divine masculine, all that stuff that I brought over, which I brought it over because I was heavy in the spiritual community, checking readers. And that's reader talk, that's spiritual community talk, man. I brought that over, but now you hear dating coaches that have nothing to do with spirituality saying the exact same stuff. You know what I mean? See, when you are the kind of person that can articulate yourself very well, and you, like I said, I bring things together that people wouldn't think go together, like dating and, you know, all this hoodoo, voodoo, you know what I'm saying, shit that's going on, and how women are looking for their divine masculine, but they're not telling y'all this stuff, and they're going to tarot readers, and they're doing all kind of love spells, and charging stones in the moonlight, and all this craziness. I'm bringing that kind of stuff to the forefront, and these people used to think it was funny to make fun of. Now they're jumping on board, and they're all about it. So again, the Sigma had to bring in the spiritual, because they're on this dating coach stuff, and they're talking about everything except God, everything except spiritual stuff. They were going around it like they were dodging it. So I had to bring God back into this whole dating coach, dating realm. God was missing. They were talking everything else, getting in alignment and laws, kind of BS, but they were leaving out God. So I brought it back into the forefront, man. And all of a sudden, and some of these women aren't even single mothers, but they have this thing where they're going after single fathers, and it makes no sense. There's not a single father out there that's like, please, for the love of God, single mothers, give us a shot. Please. Not a single one. So where is this coming from? Why are you telling us what your preference is as far as who you date? We don't care. We don't care. Why do they keep telling us that they don't want to date single fathers? I want to know, and leave it in the comments, what single fathers have you known that have been running around begging single mothers and modern women to date them? I want to know. Drop their names in the comments. I want to know. Or is it that these weirdos are once again stalking us and trying to find a common denominator to exploit and gaslight? That's what it sounds like. Oh, I can't go after them about this. They're staying in shape. They're in better shape than us. Oh, I can't go after them. They're healing better than us. I can't believe this. What can we do? Let's make a point to say that both parents need to be in the household. Let's gaslight that, even though it's single mothers for the most part that are creating these single parent homes. But let's gaslight that, and then let's go ahead and make it seem like because both parents aren't in the home and single fathers are probably caught up taking care of their kid if they're a good one, let's make it seem like that's a bad thing. Like they'll never have time for me. We're not interested in you. No one's asking you, no single father at all. Self-identified single father is like, yeah, I can't wait to get one of these content creators or one of these single mothers, you know what I'm saying, or one of these modern women. Oh, I can't wait. What it does is, let's break it down to the psychology again. They're watching us. They like what they see, and it's pissing them off. Let's see what's going on with y'all. I caught up with these comments. So we always tap in with you. I appreciate you, brother. I get just so y'all know, I get just as many ideas, and you guys motivate me just as much as you guys get motivation from me. That's why I get on here all day long, even when I have a ton of stuff going on. Let's see here. In reality, they are the very thing they attack and are very things they get inspired and attracted to. Yep. Smash that like button because King is cooking. Absolutely, man. Smash that like button. Because those dating coaches are nothing but rebuttal NPCs. Rebuttal NPCs. Go ahead and screenshot that. That's another one right there. Rebuttal NPCs. What's going on, man? I told you I'll be dropping them in here. Told you. They're stalkers for sure. Exactly, man. NPCs. Man, thanks for the 199. Appreciate your freestyle. What is going on? I'm gonna go ahead and mod you up, James, because you definitely are one of the OG Soul Tribe members. Coming in from you and LeBron. Coming in from the Narc Bully channel. Support, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. The support is definitely needed and appreciated. And I am going to get back on the Narc Bully channel. We're going to be doing that, y'all. Just going to be late night stuff, all right? You guys smash that like button. I'm glad you guys noticed these females studying us. I'm glad that's not just something that I notice. The studying has to stop, but it's never going to stop because they're addicted at this point to watching the men they find attractive. But to simultaneously, like you said, be those rebuttal agents, those rebuttal NPCs, and they just want to automatically just come up with some counter content to whatever you're saying. It don't matter if you're saying, they'll take some of the stuff that you're saying and run with it and talk about it on their channels or whatever, but then they'll also at the same time try to bash your archetype, try to bash you as a man, try to bash you as a single father, right? Now we know that most women with sense have no problems with single fathers for, you know what I'm saying, obvious reasons. But single mothers have a problem with this because they feel like single fathers and other men should have no problem with them. Well, they're the ones creating all these single parent households, so of course we're going to have a problem with them, okay? You know what I'm saying? Of course, not every situation, like there's obviously my situation, but those women that have double offenses, triple offenses, 4, 5, 6 times a lady, no, man, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Creating these bastards, man, that we all got to deal with. Now, I'm not meaning that in the sense of being derogatory. I mean it in the sense of what the word bastard means, okay? You know what I'm saying? You know you're doing it. So why are you mad at us because we don't want to deal with you and your bastard kids? No. You're not going to get offended by me calling them bastards because that's what they are. Now, y'all are running around out here having a problem with a single father. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Come up with whatever you want to come up with. Say the kids are a son of a bitch. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is, y'all got these bastards running around here. You want some cleanup guy, and then you get mad when single fathers don't want to date you. Why in the hell would a single father who's raising his own and knows how much time it consumes want to take on your kids that have had no male figure in their life? Stop starting this whole campaign that single parents should date each other. No. Stop telling us who we should date. We're not going to listen to none of your goofy brainwashing, man. Why are y'all so concerned about what men do so much? Y'all keep talking all this stuff about what you don't want. Why are you so concerned about what men do? Why are you always watching single fathers? Why you have any kind of videos posting about how, listen, if you post what you want to date, then there's no need for you to post what you're not going to date, you goofy dum-dums, you low IQ losers. What you're doing is throwing low IQ shade. You know what I'm saying? Probably got a bunch of IKEA furniture as well. But you're throwing low IQ shade. That's all you're doing. You're shading single fathers. Who gets online and talks about why fuck? Nobody asked you, fool. Why don't you tell people who you would date? You know what I'm saying? That way they know who you like and what you do like, instead of telling people what you don't like. Why do women do stuff like that, man? They do it all the time. Give you the negative about it. Listen. Instead of you going after grown men who ain't listening to you in the first place, you know, you're just doing stuff to make yourself feel better. as you take that makeup off at night and hope that you don't cry yourself to sleep? Well, I forget, you'll just call a Pookie over, or I'm sorry, you might call a Keisha or a Becky over, seeing as how y'all love to mess around with each other when you don't have any men. It's whatever, man. It's whatever. Step back over here. Make sure I keep those neighbors out of my video. You know what I'm saying? Get those likes up, y'all. Y'all got to remember, I have some haters over here that's watching, so they might not hit the like button. I appreciate it, man. I'm in my rare form because I have, the past 2 days, have had a enormous amount of women that have been trying to get at me in one way or another. It's a whole bunch of them. So I need to address certain things, and because what happens is when you start smiling too much online, women start taking that like, oh yeah, dudes done softened up. I'm softened up, man. I'm the same OG. You know what I mean? I'm just out here expressing the energy that I'm in. But they start thinking that you're like, no. Look, still celibate. I'm not in no kind of hurry or rush to start dating anybody. I could care less. Oh, we got another comment here, and they're so concerned about men because they want to be the man or insult the man that didn't want them. So that's how they make this rebuttal, blah, 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 NPC content for the sisterhood and panda community. Absolutely, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You summed it up right there. That's pretty much what it is. It makes them feel better, man. The insults, well, you know, let me go ahead and say I don't like single fathers because they're saying that they don't like women with tattoos and piercings and kids. So let me go ahead and say I don't like single. We don't like you either. We already told you in multiple ways that we don't like you. Most of what I just said describes a whole lot of y'all right now. Bunch of tattoos, a bunch of unnecessary piercings, and probably kind of potty mouthed. You know what I'm saying? And you might have kids. More likely have kids. You know what I'm saying? Not 100% of the time, because some of y'all are weird as shit and don't have any, but might have kids. Probably have kids. Panda bears are absolutely the worst. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So my phone's about to die. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I wanna get on TikTok here in a few minutes and work out. Listen. I've seen some of the guys that y'all date. Your standards aren't that high. Don't act like you're not looking at me. Don't act like you're not watching me. Don't act like you're not watching me work out on TikTok. I've been working out on TikTok for 2 freaking years, man. No doggone well you motherfuckers done watched me over there. Why haven't I brought it to YouTube? I don't know. I ain't thought about it. You know what I'm saying? YouTube sucks. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why I ain't brought it over. I like doing what I do on TikTok, and YouTube sucks. But can't even play any music in the background. But I'm gonna figure something out, man. Absolutely. They speak out on us and don't like when we speak about them for poking the wolves when they know better. Absolutely, you already know it, man. The fact that we are unbothered, unapologetic, and thrive without getting under their skin, and thrive without gets under their skin. Okay, gets under their skin. They simply don't exist or register on our radar. You already know it, man. And you know, LeBron, that's a great point, man. I'll make another video on that. I think I need to make another video on that. That they need the attention so bad. They thrive, they live off of it. They'd rather piss us off than not get no attention at all. And the way we're ignoring them is making them so mad that they'll do anything for that attention. Yeah, that's a great comment, man. That's a great comment. We're gonna go deep on that one. No Diddy. He said, get on TikTok and work out. Gets me. Man, look, I do, man. I get on TikTok, I work out to get the phone numbers. Haven't been getting on there long enough to get the phone numbers here lately. But the women are coming through. They're doing what they do. And I know that they're watching me on TikTok. Man, I'll be over there. I had that music going. Man, I'll be over there getting that light, not too much sweating, just a light sweat, you know what I'm saying? Just so the veins are popping. Man, they wouldn't be watching me, dude. They be watching me, man. I'm motivating so many women to work out. They really should be thanking me. They really should be thanking me. I'm motivating, even if they're doing it out of rage. How dare he call me fat? I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping them out. I'm saving lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm unclogging arteries. I wouldn't call it. And I'm getting phone numbers. If you consider that to be that, I just want to get phone numbers, man. I'm not working out for nothing. And see, I have a lot of weirdo women that watch and stare, but I have a few of them that will actually reach out and DM me. So I got to put myself out there. We're unbothered. While they're bothering, it shows. It looks. Look how they act. It's quite funny to me. It definitely is. I got 1%, y'all. One more. Damn, can you call them back? Man, I got to be careful. I want to get flagged. Love and light, y'all. Make sure you share the live. Gotta go.